Like, it's like over here, we've got, like, a bunch of, like, people who are, like, into World War II for, like, the wrong reasons. And so they keep being like, yeah, we should just make the Fourth Reich here in America, yeah, yeah. And then, like, fucking, like, what, like, over in Germany, do you just have, like, you know, after the Third Reich, you know, things got a little bit too out of hand. I think we should bring back the Second Reich. Yeah, yeah. That's fair. Like, yeah, if I ever get into a car crash, if I see, like, the car crash coming, I'm actively unbuckling my seatbelt. I'm unbuckling my seatbelt and just letting go of the steering wheel. And actually, before I'm doing that, I'm taking a screwdriver and I'm, like, jamming it into the airbag. So the airbag does not deploy. I'm going through that windshield and I am dying. Because I can't afford to be in a car accident. I love living in America. It's great. I'm gonna be honest, if I had a choice, I would unironically rather live at home. Cost you $10 to get a filling? Nice. I would rather live at home, but the thing is, home does not want me to live there. It is illegal for me to go home and exist in the way I am. Or rather, illegal without, like, you know, spending 6 months, you know, being detransitioned back to a guy, and then having to retransition once I get permission from the government. Bruh, fuck England. Like, unironic, if I go back to England, I looked this up. If I go back to England, I have to detransition socially and medically. And then apply to an NHS gender clinic. And then, at some point within 6 months, they'll get back to me. And then they'll say whether or not I have gender dysphoria. And if they say no, I can't transition ever. But if they say yes, then I can go back on HRT, but I don't get to pick the HRT, they pick it for me. Meaning they could put you on gel, which is the least effective method, and you're stuck with gel. Versus injectables, which is what I'm on. Like, how fucked is that? That is insane. So not only do I have to send my endocrine system into freefall for 6 months, and live in fucking utmost fucking dysphoric depression, then I don't even get to pick to go back on to what I already had. Bruh, fuck that shit. At least in a... People call it Turf Island for a reason. Yeah, no, fuck that. I have no idea. Because doesn't Eve live there? How the fuck? I have no fucking idea how Eve lives there. Oh my god. Like, Eve is stronger than I. Holy shit. I'm gonna be honest though, if I lived in England, I'd probably just be DIYing. Because apparently if you're DIYing, they keep you on what you were already DIYing with, so long as it's not, like, illegal. If only so, like, to not fucking kill you with the fucking endocrine shock. But, man, fucking... Yeah, Bong is saying... Yeah, but, like, I have no idea, like, America's not going super great either. I have no idea where I would live. You can also do private care. That's true. Private care, yeah, you can't fucking afford that worse shit. Like, I have no idea where I would go. Like, if America, like, became Turf Island 2, which it very much might be in 2024, I have no idea where I would go. Like, if I go to Canada, like, there's, like, a lot of the same issues. Doesn't Canada have a lot of the same issues, or is that, like, fear-mongering? Canada? Oh, is Canada, like, based? Hang on. Trans rights in Canada. Let's do some research. Since June 2017, all places within Canada, explicitly within the Canadian Human Rights Act, equal opportunity, prohibit discrimination against gender identity. Well, that's cool. Half based, half cringe. Transgender. There are two main routes for changing one's legal gender in Canada, the immigration or federal route, and the vital statistics or provincial territorial route. All of no distinction, so literally, like, holy shit, so, like, literally, as I go into Canada, I can just say, like, oh yeah, no, I'm a girl, and they'll just be like, oh yeah, no, sure. Here you go, changed it up for you. So I guess America just had a mistake. Alright. That's pretty neat, I guess. Neat. I guess if America goes tits up, I guess I'm going to Canada. God, I'm gonna have to learn French. Don't go to the French ones? Alright. I mean, isn't it, like, a good idea to learn French anyway? Because isn't, like, French, like... Or is it, like, just straight up, just, like, a divide down the middle? Is it just like a divide down the fucking middle? Like, alright, on the left side of Canada, you speak English. On the right side of Canada, you speak French. At least you need French. Oh, jeez. Fucking... East side, west side. Hey, yo, west side. Like, Jesus. There's the good side. Oh, God. Could be worse. I could move to Germany, and then not only do I need to speak German, I also gotta look out for the people who want... I see. I have a question for you. Because I've been meaning to ask you for ages. What the fuck is up with the fucking Kaiserists in Germany? Why the fuck, every week, I hear a news story from Germany about someone trying to reinstall the fucking Kaiser? Fucking explain this to me, please. Because why do I keep hearing about this? Like, okay, like, what the fuck? Do fucking, like, over here in America, we've got, like, a bunch of, like, people who, like, an independent Bavaria. Oh, my fuck. Like, it's like over here, we've got, like, a bunch of, like, people who are, like, into World War II for, like, the wrong reasons. And so they keep being like, yeah, we should just make the Fourth Reich here in America, yeah. And then, like, fucking, like, what, like, over in Germany, do you just have, like, you know, after the Third Reich, you know, things got a little bit too out of hand. I think we should bring back the Second Reich. Yeah. You gotta have that. You gotta have it. No matter what country you're in, you gotta have it. Oh, God. Going to be honest, I picked up, I started copying this accent from, like, a fucking, World War II movie, actually. So, this is probably the most fucking... Like, this is probably, like, going to, like, a Harlem neighborhood and being Matt Walsh. Like, holy shit. Like, Icy is probably listening to this and being like, what the fuck? We don't sound like this. Hans gets in Luga. Speaking of French, I love how they are so self-aware. In most French movies, they show racism and in the court that a black policeman will get run over while trying to stop a car. God, that's funny. What movie was it? It was either an Indiana Jones movie or it was... Oh, fuck, what was it? Oh, fuck, what was it? I don't remember what it was. A pupa. A sippy. I'm just gonna say Indiana Jones, because there was another movie, but for the life of me, I can't remember the fucking name of it. The theory of Reichsberger is that the government after World War I is illegitimate because the Allies forced it upon us, and the government after World War II is actually a corporation. Not the Land, they'll make you do math. No, not math! Anything but math! Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. I see. Give me like a ranking 1 to 10. How like offensive is my German accent? A ball. The one where the German listens to Wagner. Yes, clearly. 3. Ah, damn it! It's not nearly offensive enough. Fuck. Scheiße. Oh, God. The worst part is I used to be able to speak German, and then, like... God, my brain... I swear to God, my brain has, like... My brain might actually just be a fucking, like, 500 meg floppy disk. Like, holy shit. Like... Okay, so before I moved to America, I actually... Sorry, before I moved to America and, like, before, like, I hit high school in America, I actually was learning German, and I was pretty good. I was pretty good. And I you know, like, and then, high school happened, and they were like, okay, so you already do speak a second language, but, you don't speak Spanish? It's mandatory that you speak Spanish. And I was like, oh, fuck, alright, well, I can learn Spanish. I can put another language in there. And then, and then I learned Spanish, which I'm still pretty decent at, but I need to, like, warm it up in my brain first. And then, like, I got pretty good at Spanish, and I had to use it fairly often. And then, like, I met someone who spoke German. I was like, oh yeah, I speak German. And, like, I was like, Guten Morgen, mein Freund. Like, how are you today, essentially? I've already forgotten what the fuck that was. And then he responded with, like, this long fucking thing of, like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh fuck, I've forgotten, like, everything. I picked up, like, a third of that, my guy. And then, like, and just, like... I realized, like, my brain had taken, like, all the space reserved for German and replaced it with Spanish. So now I'm just kind of like, fuck, if I learn French or anything, like, if I go to Canada, like, all the Spanish is just gonna go. Like, holy shit. And like, I just, Bro, my brain might actually be a 500 meg floppy disk. Like, God, what if I start learning French, and instead of, like, and I can still speak Spanish, and I'm like, oh man, hooray, I finally learned a third language, and then I go to speak English, and I'm like... like, it just replaces the English instead. My brain might be stupid.